So we're at the first spot of the day. Gonna hit these low falls right here. See if we can pull anything out of them. We're gonna start with a little rooster tail. Just kind of slow rolling it back. Sometimes you can get some really interesting bites just throwing right into the falls and pulling it out. It all depends though. Water's definitely a bit low. It's kind of interesting how low the water actually is. If we'll be able to find any good fish. I want to say yes, but you never know. Oh, and these rocks are slick. Let's get it way out there. And we're just gonna slow roll it back. You know, the current's gonna do a lot of the movement that we want it to do. It is kind of interesting though. Usually by now you get at least a little tap. If we don't get any little bites here soon, we're gonna upgrade, throw something a little bit bigger, and then go back to the rooster tail before we move on. But right now it's looking like a tough bite. But this is just section 1. I think there's like 4 or 5 fishable sections that I can easily access without going overboard. Yeah, that's what we're starting with. We're about to change. So we changed up to just a little paddle tail. As you can see, it's really small compared to what, I usually throw. But we're just gonna work it around here. See if maybe if we're not getting a little bite, there might be something a little bit more interesting around. Never know. First spot was pretty bad. Nothing little, nothing substantial. So we're gonna move down more on the trail, get to some other spots, and see if we can get something on the paddle tail first. Then we'll go back to the rooster, see if we can pull out some panfish. But we'll see. It's been raining a lot, so I don't know if that's gonna make it worse. Spot number 2, come on up on it now. The ground's really slick. I should be tying on a rooster tail right now, but there's a mixture between me being lazy and also being bold. I know there's panfish here, but Can we pull something else out that might be a little bit cooler? Look at these damselflies. So I'm gonna still keep rolling with the paddle tail. Yeah, I just got hit. Just got a decent hit. Seemed like it might have been a little gill or something. If I get a couple more taps, we'll go back to the rooster just so we can produce some fish. Usually this whole area is good for a couple bites. But just really hoping to get something a little decent. See if we can get it. Anything wading out from under those falls. That's gonna be a bad cast. Can we get it up and over? We can, we can. All right, paddle tail was not getting it done. So we're gonna try a rooster around here. Slow rolling it around. I did get a couple taps on the paddle tail, so I'm hoping that there's some bluegills around or something that wants to have a go at it. We'll just have to see. Yep, there is a bluegill that just went at it right there at the end of that. So they're a little bit more smaller fish over here. Now I will take these bites, considering last spot we didn't even get anything. There we go. Like I said, smaller bites. Ugh. And that's what a lot of these guys are going to be, these little sunfish here. But there are some big ones. There are some really decent fish that can be found in these falls. We're going to start it off with these little guys. Oh, there was a decent one that had a go at it. And they're just going to be sitting in these rocks. They're going to be waiting. And they'll hit like anything that comes out. And we're using 6-pound line, really light line. So if you're like, why is that little fish pulling drag? 6-pound line, little rooster tail. And if something decent does hit it, well, just have to buckle up. I've been hit 3 times already by that one rock. Can't help but wonder if that little fish was the same guy having to go at my paddle tail. See if we got anybody chilling out over here. Just outside the current. Perfect place for something small to be. Ooh, there we go. Come off. He's got a friend. That was cool. He had to go at it twice. That's a good fish. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. He's huge. This is a little guy. Check him out. Look at the colors on him. That's what we're looking for. Big, high falls bluegill. Just get him back in there. First cast at the new spot. I'll take it. And that was on the rooster tail, slow rolling it. Oh my God, another one. This time it's a bass. Little shoal bass. Right in the rapids right there. Cool little guy. I almost kind of want to throw a bigger bait in there, but the rooster tail is getting hit. So I'm not gonna stop it right now. Oh my God, oh my God. That hit was on me. I found some juice here. And again, I'm just slow rolling it. Just completely. There we go. Better fish, better fish. Big bluegill. Oh, he come off. There he goes, right there. There are some Mac Daddy gills in here. There we go. That's another one. They are absolutely stacked in there. Look at that. They're probably all about that same size. Just stacked up in there. I mean, this is the deepest pool I've fished. The water's been low. Maybe they're just all congregated down there. I mean, that's the first cast I had right there without a bite. I mean, that's just interesting though. One of them come right up to the top and had to go at it. That was another hit. Oh my gosh. Same spot, rooster tail. Still moving it around. We're definitely gonna try a bigger bait here though. But for now, we're gonna keep rolling the rooster. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I mean, wow. What a way to start a spot. And we're gonna get one more back out there. We're gonna keep moving before we change baits. I want to fish that side too. Things were getting a little bit too treacherous to cross, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up around here where it's a little bit more shallow and calm, because I don't want to walk through that spot down there and spook any fish. But also at the same time, I mean, I'm in a good area right now. I mean, throwing out this rooster tail right here, I could very well get smacked just like that. Just like that. I'm in the water waiting up. Little sunfish just right in front of me. Go on, buddy. Completely crossed to the other side. Completely crossed. Ugh. Let me tell you, it's gorgeous over here. It's beautiful. We're gonna attack this side the same way we did that. Swimming it parallel at first. I know we didn't get any fish from this side, but still gonna give it a shot. Because you really never know. Honestly, I think the answer is no. I think all the fish are over there for some reason. Don't know what that reason is. We have a paddle tail in the falls. Can we get anything out? Anything at all? He's huge. Oh, he's huge. Oh my gosh. Look at this guy. That is a High Falls freaking giant. Yes. Oh my gosh. That is an absolute beast. Oh wow. Good God. Look at that right there. That is a warrior. No way. All right, buddy. Let's get you back in there. This is his stomping grounds. This is where he belongs. So we're gonna put him right back to it. That was insane. I mean, he came up out of nowhere. The paddle tail was on the top, doing a little flutter. Bass come up and just absolutely scarfed it. I mean, I don't know if there's another one in there, and I'm not greedy. Like, that was, wow. And the way he come up and hit it too, it was wow. Oh, holy moly. I think on that note, we're about to keep moving, but I mean, wow. As I want to put a rooster tail back on and try for a bunch of those little, well, some of them were not so little, bluegills. I just can't help but wonder if there's any more giants like that around. Because if there are, I mean, I want one of those. I mean, that was insane. And I mean, they could be anywhere. Now, granted, that was a really deep part right there. But I mean, you never know. You never know where something like that could be. But I'm not a bass, but if I was, I'd probably be right over there. So we're gonna go have a go couple of these deeper spots that I know about, fish the mouth, and head. Now I know for a fact that there are little fish galore in here, I bet. This is the spot where you could probably really get into some bluegill, because it gets shallow, and there's all these deep pockets all around here. And I mean, you can see them. And I've even scared off a couple. But, you know, after you catch a fish that big and the blood starts flowing, you kind of just want to keep it up. Now, am I lucky enough to get 2 in one day? Probably not. But do I know where they might be if I were to get another one? Right there, right there. Oh, he come off. Oh. This is what I'm talking about. You can see it, it's a little bit clearer here. It's really shallow, but is it hard to walk? That was a bad cast. I mean, you can kind of see where these bass should be. Come off. He come off. I think that is going to be it for today. I think we had a solid day, especially in the last half. A lot of bluegill bites, and then that one really nice bass. Had some others come off, but you know, that's just fishing. But it's hot out, the water's refreshing, but it's not exactly cool water either. So we're gonna get out of here, make our way back up to the top and head home.